Good morning, dear classmates and professors. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. Um, Nowadays, as you may know, the current market is, all the businesses are struggling to survive in the current market. So it is essential for businesses in general to understand uh, these problems, to understand how are they capable of surviving in the market, and also to understand and emphasize the importance of knowing the customer's needs. Regarding to the customer's needs, it is important to know their preferences, it is important to know the needs of them in order to be able to provide to them a solution regarding to a product or service. Regarding to this, what I'm saying is that businesses in general, they have to adapt. What does it mean to adapt? Well, adaptation means to be able to adapt into a current market or a new market. For example, we have the common McDonald's. McDonald's is very well known in the world globally. They are everywhere, in every culture, in every country, because they knew how to adapt to this market. For example, if they want to introduce McDonald's in Pakistan, they need to know uh, they need to know before how the market is about, how the customers are about, and then provide them a solution regarding to their cultures and preferences in order to be able to introduce the McDonald's in Pakistan. One of the essentials, well, four essential parts in case of the adaptation of a business. For example, the first one is to create the four P's. The four P's are essential into the marketing part. The first one, it will be the product, the place, the promotion, and the price. Then, by having this, the owner or the business in general will be able to understand their customer market and then provide to them their needs and solutions regarding to the specific business that it provides. Then, it is also important to understand the budget. The budget is an essential part of the adaptation because you cannot adapt your business into a new market if you do not have any enough budget. So it is important to have a specific but well amount budget in order to be able to adapt into this new market. Then by doing this, the business and the owners will be able to understand, will be able to emphasize, and to be able to provide their customers what they want, their needs, and also provide them a good economic part in order to be able to survive into this new market. So that would be what adaptation means. Then we are going to move into another points by my partners. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Here we are to explain more about the market development and how important is this factor when entering in a new market. First of all, I want you to imagine your business thriving not just locally, but across the globe. Why is that? Because when you're going into a different country, with a different market, different conditions like economic, political, or religion even, we are to consider that there is not the same as the domestic market. Why? Because they have different situations, different needs, different preferences, and different consumer behaviors. So we have to consider that in the market development because we need to know what are the things to consider with our market entry strategy and also in the research and also some assumptions that we have before entering in a new market. First of all, the first activity that we have to make is the research because if we don't make a proper research, we are going to not maybe fail, but we have some risks and situations that can make a difference in our company going into a diverse market. So this are going to help us in the situations with the preferences that we are going to find in the market, and also are going to help you with the results that we are going to find in that place. And also another part that we are going to consider is the market entry strategy. By having the research, then we are going to make a proper strategy that can help us with the marketing, with the situations, what are our products, what is the best product to offer in that country, and we are going to have good results. On the other hand, we have the assumptions. The assumptions is a risky factor, for example, because if we validate the assumptions and not the real thing that we find in the, for example, in the research, we are going to fail because we don't really know what are the risks, what are the bad situations happening in the country. So we have to consider that. Now I give you the floor to Justin in order to consider other factors.
Thank you very much, Natalie, for that really good explanation about market development. There is another point that I want to mark or highlight, that is diversification. For me, this is a really important aspect that we have to take into account in order to enter to a new market. What makes you different from your competitive? So, diversification, it refers when you add a new project, a new product, a new business line to enter, as I mentioned, to a new market. For example, during the morning, we was talking about a little bit to enter with a new product to El Salvador with my classmate, talking about the Euro Comfort. And as you remember, it was about enter with a sofa bed in a new market. So there are some aspects and also things that you may take into account when you are doing this step. Companies must know that processes will be needed, new processes will be needed, resources will be needed, and also that new tools will be needed. So there are a lot of companies that are afraid to take into account this step. So also something that I want to call is that companies must highlight different aspects when they are doing this step. For example, what are the values of the company, the level of risk tolerance, and also that, as I mentioned, that resources will be needed on this step. So there is a best solution to adapt this step to your company, or a strategy, and it is my coworker Andres mentioned, adapt your business line, new products to the culture, and also to cover the customer needs. So now my classmate Jasmine will continue giving you more about the marketing mix.
Well, what do you think a business will need to implement a successful international marketing mix strategy? Well, entering international market requires a careful approach using the marketing mix, product, price, place, promotion, for example, to meet the diverse consumers' needs and preferences. Let's see why. First of all, product. Well, you need to take into consideration different factors to this element. For example, the consumer's cultural background, their buying habits, religion, and also their personal income levels. In many circumstances, the company will have to adapt their product and also their marketing mix strategy to meet the local needs and wants that cannot be changed. McDonald's is a great example of this. They have adapted their burgers to different local needs. For example, in India, where a goat is a staple animal, their burgers contain chicken or fish instead of beef. And on the other hand, in Mexico, their burgers comes with chili sauce. Then we have price. This element is affected by manufacturing costs, distribution channels, marketplaces, competition, market condition, and even the quality of product. Sorry. For example, high prices are required to cover high costs, and this is something that affects the companies. Then we have place. This is completely about product or service distribution to the consumer at the right place and at the right time. So, for example, in international markets, the number of countries that are offering the same product with different varieties is more than just one. So, for example, in Japan, there are probably 5 different types of chain of wholesalers offering engage in the same distribution chain. So, businesses will be required to examine the distribution chains for each nation that they would like to work with. And finally, we have promotion. Advertising messages in countries will have to, may have to adapt their messages, their promotion, because of language, also political climate, cultural attitudes, or even religious practices. So, for example, one promotional strategy in one country could cause some offense in another. An example of this is with the use of color. Red is lucky in China and worn by brides in India. On the other hand, white is worn by mourners in China and India, but is worn by brides in the United Kingdom and here in Costa Rica. So now Alonso will give you further information about the PESGEL tool. Thank you.
Thank you, Yelvin. So now we have seen already the marketing mix. We already know that the product, the price, and the promotion is so important. But we need to take into account that before that is set, we need to study something else, that how to fit your product in a new market. You need to study your market, right? So basically the best analysis is that you use it to study your market. You use it to study how are you gonna face your new market, and the best analysis means how the external factors of the, let's say, new country can affect you in a good or in a bad way, your company. So by starting with this, the letter P, which is politics, it means that you need to study all the system and the political environment that you will enter in with the new market. Why? Because with it you will know how can you develop your business to make it fit to the rules of that new country. Then it is the economical factor. And basically it means that you will need to know and to study the new currency. Why? Because maybe the currency here in Costa Rica is not the same that you are going to use in, let's say, Salvador, I don't know. So basically with it you will know the difference, and you will need to study also the differences that exist in the currency over a period of time. You will know the changes and you will notice how can it affect you. Then we have the social part, the best social part, which is all related to the culture, to the customs, and all the needs that your new target possible customers will have, and that you will cover as a business, right? Because you will need to cover what people need. So basically, the social part is that to know, to understand the new target customer and the new country, let's say it that way. Then we have the technological part. This part is so important because it means all related to the infrastructure, it means all related to the resources the country has that will affect you, as I told you before, in a good or in a bad way. How are you going to produce your goods or your service in the new market that you want to enter in? Then we have the letter C, which is competitors, right? If you want to enter to a new market, you will need first to study your competitors. You will need to focus on what they are doing good or where they are doing wrong. Why? Because you can use it. Okay? Okay, because you can use it as a benchmarking that way. How? Because you will notice the important things a company has, or the wrong things that a company has in terms of production. So if you know about them, you can use it to improve their, let's say, strong things, and you can also improve in where they are weak on. Then we have the last one, which is the legal part. The legal part means that you will need to get in context with the taxes you will need to pay in the new market, also the rules, the documentation part, because if you will want to put a new business in another country, you will know and you will need to understand and obviously to cover all the relevant things related to the legal part. You don't want to get in trouble, right, with the government. So this is so important. And with it, I finish with the pestle analysis. So to conclude, I would like to finish telling you that the three previous concepts that my partners have telling you are so important. The market entry strategy, the diversification, and the adaptation. And then you will need to be focused on the pestle analysis and the market mix, as I was explaining to you. If you want to go to the next step as a business, if you want to increase your level, if you want to be positioned in the market, you will need to use and follow those rules. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the previous group for sharing with us the knowledge about international marketing, right? Now we're gonna continue with team number 3. They are going to be talking about digital marketing, and I invite the audience to stay here because this is a very nice topic. And guys, just insert, so now you can come and talk about digital marketing.
Hello. Did you know that 5.2 billion people on Earth use social media today? That's around 60% of the global population. Now just imagine, what if we could reach even a single fraction of those customers with one brand message? So our topic is digital marketing, and we are going to focus it on social media. But first, let's back up a little bit. Let's define what is. Let's define what is digital marketing. Well, digital marketing, while traditional marketing is about satisfying customer needs, digital marketing is about promoting our businesses through different channels. So, these channels also include like social media, search engines or even advertisements. So there are three main media channels in which businesses target customers. So the first one is paid media. These are like the channels that we pay for. The second one is owned media. These are the channels that we own, like the ones that we can control. And the third one is earned media. This is the media that we publish on social media. This is the one that we want to focus on. And I want to talk about the importance. Because why is digital marketing important? Well, it is important because we want, it is important because of its potential reach, because as I mentioned before, billions of people on earth use social media. So if we could reach customers or potential customers through our brand message, it would be beneficial. But not just beneficial, it would be a potential growth or success for our company. So now we're going to talk about the strategies, the entry strategies. And I want to call my mate, Jocelyn Arguedas.
Hi everyone. Well, have you ever feel that social media is guessing your thoughts? Or even have you ever been shown ads about what you search on the internet? Well, me too. I feel in the same way. But this is no coincidence. This is due to these platforms use intelligence to collect information about us. To explain better this situation, I want to talk about three important points that you can see in this presentation. The first one is content creation. Content is the heart of social media. If you want to catch, as a company, if you want to catch the audience attention, if you want to catch the audience attention, you need to create interesting and valuable content to catch this attention. For example, you need to publishing interesting videos, reels, images, and among others. Well, the second point is about audience segmentation. As I said before, these platforms use intelligence to know about us, to collect data analysis of segmented people, and these platforms get information about us, for example, demographic, interest, and other kinds of information that is important. Well, when the company has this information, they can personalize messages and create content for these segmented people. And the last point is about interaction tactics. If we want to be successful in social media, we need to interact with the customers. We need to create an interaction, a good relationship with our customers. For example, it's fundamental to answer every comment, to answer direct messages, or create activities to interact with your customers, for example, surveys or giveaways, where we can interact with them. In this way, we are showing to our customers that we are interested in to know the customers, in the opinions of the customers and concerns. Now I am going to the floor to my partner, Paula.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here. I will explain you a little bit for each one to understand better. The first one is Facebook. Facebook is the most versatile platform in this moment because there are a lot of young and older people at the same time. The other one is advanced advertising because people pay for advertising from Facebook to increase the sales, to recognize the company. The other one is that Facebook is interconnected with Instagram and with WhatsApp at the same time. As you know, if you put the link or Instagram and Facebook, you know together what is your preference in the platforms. The other one is Instagram. Instagram is very recognized to discover products because you know people post something about shirts, about clothes, about things that and put the link. With this link, you found information about it and you can find a product at the same time. The other one is the credibility because the blue check, people pay for this blue check to ask about information about you. It asks about information about your ID and people notice that you are real, that you have a real information. The other one is influencers. Prefer Instagram as a platform, but what is the negative thing? The negative thing is that people from USA don't like a lot Instagram, and the other one is the restrictions about it. Because if you put it, depends on the information that you put it, or depends on the information that you put in your video, they can delay the information and they can block your profit. The other one is TikTok. TikTok is viral in this time, as you know. It is viral. It has viral hashtag challenges. It is very popular. It is good if you want to promote your product in this time, but it has a limited interaction in the main page. The other one is Snapchat. It has a simple messages, attractive content, but it's difficult to discover others, as I mentioned before, are the same as TikTok. Twitter is the other one. It has a real-time discussion. It's good for customer service. It's good for interact with others. But the negative thing is that have a lot of spam and fires. Why social media marketing is the best option for business? Well, raise your hand if somebody has a cell phone here. Everybody. Okay. It is the reason we are in the technology area, and it is the reason that we need to. If you want to increase yourself, if you want to have a good position in the market, if you want to have an interaction with your clients, you need to have social media marketing. I remember a documentary in Netflix that the name is Social Media. I don't know if somebody see it before. And it explains us how they catch the attention of us and how the cell phone catches the attention. If you are looking for a car, they are going to put a lot information about cars. They put a lot of information about profiles that sell cars, and it is the reason that you need to put your company in this way. The other one is the interaction with customers. It's very close, the interaction with customers, and it's easy to notice if people like it, because if you have a new product and you post an image about the product or a picture about the product, if they put a lot of likes, you notice that they like. But if they put a negative comments, you know that they don't like. The other one is we can use a strategy, including strategies as emotional marketing, funny content. They can use phrases that is easy to remember or something like that make credibility for the customers. And cost and effective is related with the cost because it's cheaper that you pay for advertising in Facebook than that you pay for advertising in beer room industry. And I want to end with a phrase from Andrew Lewis that is, if you are not paying for something, you are not the customer, you are the product. Thank you, and now my partner is going to explain you more about it.
Good morning. To start, this presentation is how to define the customer persona to our product. First of all, we have to gather the information through surveys and then go deeper in which we can understand all the psychographic and behavior that the customer has, the histories. It's an example when we buy, for example, a laptop computer in Amazon, and then Amazon sends a message, hey, this backpack fit with your computer. This is an example of go deeper in the customer insights. After that, we build our persona profile. What is persona profile? We usually go to the surveys that we ask for the gender, age, social incomes, microstatus, place of residence, all this personal information and others that we can ask in order to build our persona profile. In the following slide, is how to retain our customers. We can use channel of engagement like social media, emails, and content, for example. In social media, we can post funny videos, articles, blogs, posts, memes, in order to get the attention of the customer. Additionally, we can take advantage of special dates, like San Valentine days, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Days, to create a bigger audience. Using emails is to send emails to every new customer. Telling them welcome to our platform, taking a short history about the website. The second is develop a calendar plan. It's necessary to develop a calendar plan because this calendar plans help us throughout the years. The special months to create a promotion, for example, San Valentine Day, small promotions, Mother's Day, and that. Now, I will give the floor to Dustin again.
I just want to make a summary of what we presented today. So before that, I want to recall something that Paula said. She said that we are on the internet, in the internet era. And this is actually true, because children of today are being raised with a tablet on hand. That's gotta mean something. And I know that to make like a marketing segmentation, we have to define first a buyer persona. That was what Freddy explained. But what I mean is that we have the great opportunity of of the internet in our hands. Literally, businesses, opportunities, and growth and success is in our hands. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for sharing with us this very interesting topic, and pretty sure we have to learn about social media marketing, right? Now we're gonna continue with team number 4. They are going to be talking about digital marketing, focusing on email. Okay, so Alejandro's group, please.
Hola.
Okay, it is. So, to get started, do you know why companies are sending you emails? Not really, right? But the truth is because you are no longer a kid. What does it mean? That the companies needs real clients. So, with this, I will be giving you and welcome. I hope you are having also a great morning. So, digital marketing foundations. This presentation will be created, well, it was created by Eric, Alejandro, and my person, Braylon. So, we're going to explain, well, today you are going to know why emails are getting to you. Some things that you may know by this moment is that, as I mentioned before, you are not a kid, you are now, you are clients. So companies needs to get to you in a direct way. So also with this, they can like manage. Well, after you pay with certain credit cards, this is very important to know. And then don't get scared that they are, because they are, well, don't get scared if you think that they are following you in certain ways, because all companies does that. They just set free. Then, as I was mentioning with these partners, college, also they will explain you the power of email marketing, benefits of measuring email marketing plan. So all of this is for you to know how marketing in emails works. So with this, I give the floor to my colleagues.
Well, we was born in a technological era, but it's curious to see that we are not familiar to use email. But once I told you the advantages that it has for your company or the company you work with, I'm pretty sure that you will use it. So the first advantage is create a great contact with customers. Every time that we make a purchase by online, we have to put our email in it. So the company is able to track our purchase behavior and also to contact us. So every time that they have a new launch of product or discounts or new items, they can send to us and they can contact directly to us. So it is easier for them to have a bond with the customers in the industry. The second one is the development of subscribers community. Since they know what behavior we got or what items we are used to buy, they can segmentate the customers into different categories. For example, if they know that I'm used to buy tennis or I don't know skirts, they can divide me into those segmentation and promote this kind of products in it so they can construct or create a customers community. And finally, adaptable with all kinds of stores. Email works with physical or virtual stores. It doesn't matter what you have because it works the same, it follows the same plan, and it can contact customers the same way. Now, Daniela is going to talk about other advantages.
Well, and in this case, we are going to talk about the email marketing plan. As in every email marketing strategy, is necessary to create a plan, and in email marketing is not yet the exception. But it seems something really easy to complete. Some of the steps that we have to follow to achieve a really good plan are the next one. The first one is identify your goals. Based on the necessities of your company, you're gonna set the things that you want to achieve. Then segmenting your audience, you're gonna choose just part of your customers. Then understand customer needs. The idea is that you put yourself in your consumer shoes to see what are their wants, their needs, and the idea is to supply those needs. Then we have create compelling content. Sometimes in email marketing or with emails, less is more because maybe if you send a large text that people won't read it. So the idea is that you first start with a subject that catches the attention of the people, then create a text or a paragraph that describes what you want, but that don't be too long, and then use the call to action that is to let know the customers what they have to do when they finish to read the email. The fifth step is mobile optimization. And well, when it's about emails, the most of the email will be open in a cell phone or in a mobile device. So you have to be sure that your emails are able to be opened in that way. Also, timing and frequency, you have to choose the best moment for you to send the email, and then continuous improvement. That is can be do it by knowing how your plan is going, and to do that there are some tools like the ABC test or by the feedback of your customers. And well, just with those steps, you can create a successful strategy or plan to achieve the goals that you set at the beginning. So now I give the floor to Alejandro that will continue explaining the benefits of measuring successful.
Well, thank you, Daniela. So now maybe you're thinking what are some of the benefits that you as a company that is doing email marketing campaign you have. So first we have the performance insight. And as you can read, this helps you to understand the content that resonates with your customer. But how do you do this? Well, you do this by using some metrics. You have the open click-through rate, open rate, bounce rate, and by using that, you're going to know if your marketing campaign is working or not, because you might know the behavior of your customer that is clicking within your email. Then we have the optimization. As you can read, again, with measurable data, you can continually optimize your email campaign. Again, knowing your audience, you are going to know that works for them. So maybe you are going to optimize your email marketing campaign in order to make them feel comfortable. Then we have the ROI. Then we have the ROI calculation. This is return on investment. So at the beginning, you know this is not for free. You gotta pay in order to make an email marketing campaign. And again, as you can read, measuring success helps you to determine the return on investment of your email marketing efforts. Now, again, using all of those metrics that I said before, you're going to be able, if that was worth it or not, if you're going to invest more money or not, if you're wasting your money or not. That is one of the benefits. Then we have the segmentation and personalization. That was something that Angelique said before. Your customers are going to be segmented. And after that, knowing your customers, you're going to know your audience. And by doing this, you're going to personalize your marketing campaign, because you're not, as a company, you're not going to be able to reach all the kind of audience. And this can lead to have a higher engagement and conversation rates. And finally, the goal tracking. At the beginning, you as a company had a goal. Maybe it was to have like 100 clicks on your email in a week, or maybe it was to get more customers or more sales. But by following all of the metrics that I said before, you're going to know if your goals was set it or not. And this keeps your campaigns aligned with your business objective. Now give the floor to
hello everyone. Okay, I want to show you some examples of email marketing and how some companies use it for promote themselves effectively. In the first case, we have Uber. Uber wants to keep the users to promote some promotions or service. For example, they can enjoy 50% of savings on travel or rides for this week. In this way, this is the screen that they offer for email, and you can get this the promotion from this button. The next case is Amazon. Amazon is the master of email marketing, because they offer your promotion, based on the purchase, the user purchase and browsing history. So it means that if you buy a book or something like that, that is related something that you like. So in this case, they offer you sales or recommendations related to this book. The next. Now Netflix. As you can see, Netflix offered you some recommendations about the things that you like, or movies or series. In this case, this is the way that they offer promotions or movies or series that they play. In this case, they offer Narcos, because this is the things or like that you movies that you like. And the final is Starbucks. This is the reward that they offer. In the case that you take their products, for example, they offer sometimes if you buy one, you can get one free. So when this kind of methods, they can make that you visit of their store in some cases.
Okay. So, well, people, I hope you learned a lot of the summary. I hope you learned a lot of the email thing and marketing, because it's a powerful tool for companies, and not only for companies, because it's also for people, for you, because you will have a company if you want. So this is key metrics, and this is pretty strict information that you will need, and also help for knowing, because you will feel like struggle with all of these emails. You will think it's not good, it may be dangerous, but somehow you can be benefits, as we explained. So just be part of it and know that it has a lot of benefits explained. So thank you for your attention, and I hope, as we said, that you will learn a lot.
Okay, thank you. After listening to this presentation, to this talk, I'm pretty sure that you will consider using email in your companies, right? So we're going to continue with team number 5. They are going to be talking about selling online. And I think it's Stephanie's group, so girls, you can come. And just in case the microphone is off, you have to turn it on again. I think that are the batteries.
Well, good afternoon, good morning, sorry. I know probably you are a little tired, that we almost finished. And we are going to present, well, me, my partner Stephanie, Juliet, and Jimena are going to present a little bit about selling online and the main advantages of this. Well, principle, you need to know that the 30% of the business that the business who sells online present a 30% of lower cost than the physical store or something, the physical store, yes. And also the 58% of the world population prefer the selling online, because this is, well, we are going to show you the main advantage, but this means that the 4.5 million of people prefer do this in the comfortable or her homes. So, first of all, what is important and what we need to take into account, especially if we want to create a company or create a little business? Well, it's important because we are facing a digital revolution, especially in the actually, and with the pandemic, this increased a lot because, you know, you know, the typical, in that time, what did go outside and show shopping. For that reason, selling online become more popular. Now, economic growth and entrepreneurs. This for your company, you need to know that if you use selling online properly, your company are tailoring, well, you as a company can tailor your preference for your customers. So in this way, it's so much better. You also can create innovation and adaptability because that's what the people want. Want something personalized for them, want a totally experience in her home, in selling, because for people this is very like a habit. So you have an unlimited opportunities to need to enjoy for your business, for your maybe little company, because you need to know that it is so much cheaper than if you have a physical store and you are going to have to have staff and pay for the commercial services. So, well, my fellows are going to explain to you a little bit more about this.
So I am going to tell you about advantages of selling online. Here we have three of the most important advantages: flexibility and comfort. That sounds good, no? Okay, we have two important points. Work freedom. You can work wherever you want. And then we have manage at your own pace. So schedule all deadlines and organize your work in the way is better for you. So the number two is better customer service. In this case, also we have two more important points. So personalized attention. In this case, provides individualized attention to each client and responding to their queries. And then we have global availability. So in this case, you can offer 24/7 attention, and you can expand your market and reach new potential customers. And then we have scalability. So in this case, we have limited growth. There are no space or infrastructure limitations, so you can adapt the demand without problems. And finally, we have cost reduction. Optimize your resources and significantly reduce, such as rent and staff and maintenance. So keep in mind, selling online allows you to offer better customer experience and reduce costs and increase your profits, and schedule your business without limits. And then the final step in this page.
Now we have three different advantages. Now we have like globalized, technological, and can work. So everybody knows that nowadays we have to create or use a lot of technology itself because it's the better way to obtain a new market, to extend our to expand our sales, and also globalize open new markets for us as a company. And the number point two, we have the customer loyalty and content statistics. It's easier to obtain different statistics here because we have a lot of knowledge about our customers, like paper that they like or they post usually, or maybe they expose new information, so we can obtain this data to produce or sell in a better way. And then we have the point number 3, we have the competitive advantage. So we can take advantage of that instead of selling the physical stores. We are able to reduce costs here because we don't have to pay like water, the store, or something like that. And also we can also we can to reduce the thank you the pollution of the we are developing our store because we don't have to, maybe the employees don't have to move to the store and something like that. Now, Jimena will continue.
Good afternoon, dear professors and classmates. Well, we can say that selling online is not just like adaptability to the new era. It's more than that. It's basically the transformation of the operations in the market in this digital world that we have currently. So, to summarize this topic, we can mention these 3 points: business growth, innovation, and optimized operations. Well, first, it is a business growth because you have a lot of opportunities to promote your business, even though if it is a small business, it is easy. And I wanna ask you, have you ever sold something online? You as a student, we are as a student. Yeah, it is easy, right? So, can you imagine how it is for companies, for big companies? It is better, it is easier and faster, and that is a really good benefit for businesses in the world. And also, I want to summarize the statistic that Daya gave us some minutes ago, that it says that more than 50% of population in the world prefer to sell online and buy online. So, also it is innovation because you as a business, you are constantly changing and getting the trends and new trends every day, So that means innovation. And also you can see basically the other competitors and compete and get better strategies for your business and innovate day by day your business in order to have success. And the last one is that this is an optimized operation because, of course, it's different to the usual stores in which you need to have a schedule and go to or transport to places and things like that. When you have an online business, you can work in your home, in a restaurant, or it doesn't matter the time, it is late in the night or in the morning. So it is optimization because it's faster, easier, and also it is cheaper because you don't need to spend in services. For example, in a local, you need to spend in services and more employees maybe and things like that. So yeah, basically it's a great advantage that we have in this digital world today. So guys, I encourage you, if you have been thinking in the idea of creating a new business, I encourage you to try this method because basically we have, as Justin said, we have the world in our hands because we are in a digital era in which we can take advantage of all the benefits that it has. So, thank you so much for your attention. Hope you have a great day.
for sharing with us your knowledge. And the last talk that we're going to listen today is marketing in small businesses. And the girls are getting ready to present.
Good morning, class and professors. Today, our group are going to talk about a course that we took before, and it's called Small Business Marketing, and we focus our presentation on the second session that is called Marketing Fundamentals. So, to start, I would like to give you like a little reminder about what is market segmentation. So, what is market segmentation? We already know that is the process of dividing larger market into smaller groups of customers with similar characteristics like wants, needs, and also behaviors. And okay, by dividing larger market, by identifying and targeting specific segments, companies can tailor their products or services better to meet their needs and preference of their target audience. And okay, so this is what we mean by segmentation in marketing. So, why is marketing segmentation important? Well, it is crucial to develop the right buyer persona or consumer persona, also effectively target their desired audience, and also tailor their marketing efforts in that case. So as I mentioned before, by dividing larger markets into smaller groups of consumers, companies can create a more personalized messaging and also improve their customer satisfaction and ultimately increase sales and revenues. So next please. Of course, we have the dimensions of market segmentation. As you can see, there are 5. And for demographic, this is in which consumers are divided like for their physical location, and it is made it possible like identifying states or cities. For geographic, we have is in the which consumers are classified for a group of different characteristics like age, race, religion, education, level income, among others. For psychographic, we have that is in which consumers are classified depending on their buyer patterns, belief, values, and among others. And we have a new one, let's say, that is mixed or geodemographic. And this segmentation combines demographic, geographic, and psychographic. And it is based on the premise that people residing in the same area tend to have like a similar consumer mentalities, backgrounds, and behaviors. And the last one is behavioral. This is a segmentation where people, this is a segmentation where your group of consumers are based on the benefits that they are looking for in your product. And Why are they important? Well, the dimension of market segmentation are fundamentals in marketing because it allows small businesses or companies to address the specific needs of their different groups of consumers. So now, if you want to know about some steps to identify a target market, here is Kendrick to give you that information.
Hi, good morning. Well, as you know, my name is Kelly. So now we're learning about what are the 5 steps to identify the target market. First one, that is description. In that part, we are gonna know about demographic characteristics about the possible consumers. For example, the age, the location, marital status, and the other ones. Also, we are gonna know about the background of the person. So we are gonna learn about how many times they are going to purchase, how much time they spend like in the store, and something like that. Also, we have a phrase. A phrase is like a slogan in which you are gonna invite people to buy in your business, like creating a necessity of the product. So, if, for example, if you are selling like makeup, you can create a slogan about that so people will be interested in buying your products. Also, we have problems are needs. In that part is very important because you have to know what are the problems or challenges that you could have in your target market. Try to identify them and also to find a solution. For one, we have purchase behavior. How I mentioned before, this is also related to the description, but you will know how many time they spend in your how many time the clients spend in your business. If you have a virtual store, how many time they spend like having the products and the budget and all the characteristics that they develop, like related to the product or services that you are offering. Also, we have communication. Communication is the way in which you will communicate with your possible customers or the future consumers. Why? Because in that part you have to find what is the best channel to communicate with them. For example, I have seen a page in Instagram that is about makeup. So they used to make like stories every day, like posting what is the use of the product, or maybe they are making videos about the product, like OOTD of the day, using the products, right? Or they used to make these kind of products to make them like more interesting for you. So now we are so excited to let you know more about this topic. So my classmate Arlene will continue with the topic.
Thank you. Well, good morning. The next one, please.
Sorry, don't worry.
Alright, so good morning everyone. I have a very important subtopic here that is value proposition. So, do you know what is value proposal for a company? The value proposition of a company is basically everything that differentiates your product or your service from what the other companies or businesses are doing. So, what do we have to do as small companies to differentiate our products? We have to find our uniqueness. We have to find everything that is different, that is more innovative, that is better, and we have to take advantage of all those things and say to people, look, my product is shinier, my product is bigger, my service is better, so you have to come to my company, alright? We have to attract customers. And why this is important for small businesses? Because with this, customers are going to want to buy your products. They are going to feel attracted. They're going to feel an engagement with your company. I have some examples of value proposals in some big companies, and the first one is Coke. Do you know which is Coke's value proposal? When you see someone drinking a Coke, what do you think? You think of a happy gathering, you think about a family reuniting and drinking at Christmas, because this is what they want to give to us, that when you consume their product, you're going to feel happiness, joy, you're going to be with your friends. Moving on, we have Apple. How many of you do you have an iPhone? Alright, so Apple basically gives us that if you buy their products, you're not going to only buy a product. You're going to buy an experience with their slogan, in touch with the moment. You're going to make memories. You're going to basically enjoy this journey buying all of their products like iPads, iPhones, Macs. Next, Nike. Do you know that Nike is taking advantage of the diversity topics because they created a slogan called like shoes for everyone. Like it doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter like your ethnicity, your nationality, your sexuality, or your gender. You're gonna have shoes for you. And the last one is Uber, that basically they want to provide their customers more accessibility and reliability with connecting through a more easier way and safe way to buy your rides. And now moving on, Arlene is going to explain the importance of evaluating your competition.
Now it's my turn. Well, I wanted to start by saying that we as future administrators, we have to consider different aspects in order to success in the business industry. One of them is competition analysis, which is so important. You have to understand that not all the time competition is that obvious. Sometimes can be direct, can be indirect, right? For example, when Uber was launched, there wasn't any other company offering the same service, like transportation through an app, right? So it was normal to think that there had no competition, but they did have, which was the taxi industry that we all know, right? So try to think in competitors or about competitors like the ones who are satisfying the same needs like you, so that can change your perspective on this, right? So why is competition analysis that important? This is because through these companies can have something called competition advantage, which is going to give companies something like greater value. For example, they can offer lower prices, or even if you have higher prices, you can have a justification why your price is higher than other ones. And this one is because the company is going to have like a general overview of their competitors, right? So this is why this is so important. And now you may be wondering, how do I analyze my competition? Well, you have to consider different steps. The first one is that you have to make a list of all of your possible competitors, the indirect ones, the direct ones, and once you have your list, you're going to investigate about them. The weaknesses, the strengths, the processes of those competitors or companies. And once you have a list of all of them and this information, you're going to choose which ones are you going to attack and which ones you are going to avoid, because of course it is impossible to attack all of them. There is no resources enough, right? Something that I wanted to highlight is that companies are not always enemies of other companies, right? It is important to look at them as possibilities, opportunities, and like an open door to be better as a company, right? That would be all for the competition analysis, and now Ariana is going to provide further information.
Thank you, Arlene. Well, the business environment is constantly evolving, and marketing helps small businesses to stay alive and responsive. The true power of marketing lies in its ability to connect businesses with their target audience, build brand recognition, and drive sales in a competitive marketplace by communicating the brand message and unique selling points, businesses can establish a strong brand presence in the market, and this differentiation from competitors creates a great brand identity that stands out. Furthermore, in a crowded marketplace, is staying competitive is very essential. So businesses need to promote their offerings and remain top of mind with consumers. And here, marketing can contribute to this. Also, it's important to remember that small businesses often operate with limited resources, so they need to take into account different digital marketing channels such as social media, email marketing, and search engine optimization in order to reach a broader audience, opening up new opportunities for growth. In conclusion, marketing is not merely a supplementary activity for small businesses. It's like a fundamental component for their success, because through effective marketing strategies, small businesses can not only survive but also thrive in today's competitive environment. Thank you very much for your attention.
That will be the last group. Thank you all of you for sharing your knowledge, and I hope that this talk will be helpful for you guys. And thank you for the audience and people who were watching us. And that will be it.
Mucho público de la
Saludos a la gente.
Bye.
Dos personas.
¿Y ese video qué
No la busqué, no la busqué. ¿Dónde la graba? Ya se me olvidó. Sí, ya se me olvidó cómo era que se paraba. Y el aire.